Hello everybody and welcome to my channel again. This is Randy with Hobbytown in Toms River, New Jersey. Today we are going to be building an AR chassis Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive. The AR chassis is an aero chassis. It's just specifically designed for hills from what I understand. It makes it go up and down hills better with the way the rear brake is set up. But outside of that, typical Tamiya Mini car, 2 AA batteries. This is the Flame Astute. We're going to be building it. There is no glue needed, of course. The motor does come. You will need 2 AA batteries to run it. It does require 2 AA batteries, which we have on the side here. Normally I build the videos you'll see on my channel. It's usually just a POV. Today I'm wearing it on it, so you get POV and camera to see and I can talk to you. Mainly because the people aren't as happy with the closed captions. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm giving you a personal feel to it. So we're going to start the build with cutting the chassis open. Or not chassis, cutting the box open. And I'm going to use the directions on here to a point, but mostly to show you in case you're trying to build along how to do it. Outside of that, I always just cut the pieces apart first because it makes it much easier and speed for the build while I'm doing it. Decal sheet. I do not put this on. I do not paint the car. We can do a video of painting, and if anybody ever requests it, I just don't do it, only because I leave it so if the customer does buy it, they have something to do themselves. Put that right to the side. Let's start with cutting out the body parts. If you do come to my channel and you do like it, please hit the like button, like and subscribe. It does help us grow our video content. We did start the channel about a month ago. It's been pretty successful with followers. We're not getting anybody to really to comment yet. So please, comments are welcome. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see. Just don't be rude. That's all we ask. Be honest, but don't be rude. If you don't like something or I say something wrong, let me know. I'm not perfect. I can screw up. But I do cut all the pieces out, and I do use my flush cut pliers. As you can tell, there is no indent to it, so everything I cut cuts flush. You don't need to worry about scraping it with a razor. I mean, sometimes do if you're not careful and you're not quick. It'll go. Pocket. We'll cut out the tires and the wheels. I like to do a little push in when I cut. Leaves a nice smooth. You have to have good snips. If you don't have good snips, you will be using an Excel blade or an X-Acto knife to clean up your edges. You'll notice there's rear tires. Are there differences in the lengths or the widths? No, these are 4 equal tires on the Aero. So it's not going to make a difference. When you start getting into the Tamiya Mini, there's a lot of racing that goes on. You'll notice there's classes like box stock. We do junior box stock at my store as well to get the kids involved. In box stock, you're allowed to use any parts that come in that chassis kit, and it doesn't just have to be that particular kit. It can be another AR chassis car, but you cannot use modified parts like carbon fibers. But if another AR kit comes with it, then yes, you'd be able to use that and it qualifies for the box stock. You do have to provide us the kit number you stole the parts from if it does get teched. We generally don't. The kids have a good time. Especially in my store, we get very heavily involved with STEM, science, technology, and building. It teaches the kids all about the cars and how to build them. You know, these aren't your typical slot car, where a slot car, you squeeze a trigger and you can control the speed of the car, where with the Tamiya Mini, you do not. You have to build the car to run on its 2 batteries, and whatever speed it's running on those 2 batteries is what it's going to go around the track on. Now, that being said, what sounds fun about it? We build many fancy tracks at my store at Hobbytown in Toms River, New Jersey, and we will test your car. So your car might be fast, but it don't matter how fast it is. We're going to build tracks with bumps and bruises all around it. sharp turns, sometimes jumps. And we will make it so that car, if you do not have the balance down or it proper, it will not make it around the track and it will fly off. We've had some events where literally out of 5 cars that run, 1 car will make it on a certain event and only that car advances. Now, if you have it where all 5 of the cars get eliminated, depending on how many people are in it, we will either A, rerun the race, or B, they will all be eliminated from that. But that generally doesn't happen with box stock. Box stock, the cars are designed to pretty much get around the track, and if the track is that complicated, we will alter the track for box stock. We do many different things at our store. We run 3-lane track and 5-lane track. We sell it at our store. We have them all in abundance. We have track kits that come with cars. The amount of cars we have at the store is amazing. If you watch any previous videos of us building, you will see when we walk into the store to choose a car we're going to build, we will literally look right at the pile or the shelf of what's on there, and everybody will choose a car from the shelf. Now, granted, we are a little preempted on it. We know what chassis we're going to build. We don't want to build the same chassis twice unless somebody asks us. We will be setting up a Patreon page for anybody who does want us to build a certain car. We generally have it in stock. We will build it on there. Any of the cars that we do build are available for purchase. Just contact us in our email, hobbytowntr hobbytowntr@gmail.com. That's TR is for Tom's River. And you can ask us any questions. If you want, you can call the store at 848-238-7631. We are in New Jersey. I don't even know if long distance applies now anymore days with everybody with cell phones and smartphones. But if it does, please note that charges could apply. Double shaft motor. You get out all the screws, separate them out, the washers, the 2 axles, and the directions. So we're going to go with the directions. Open it up. And you'll see. The first page will show, it paints. If you want to do recommended colors, it does give the Tamiya colors, TS49X18. We do not paint the car. We set it for the customer that if they want it, they can customize it themselves. That's the reason why we don't put the decals on either. So we'll take the car, and you'll notice it literally just starts snapping together. So you take it under, according to the directions, it goes right to here, put the wing up, and it'll snap on. You take the front nose, and snaps right into there. And the body is done. The decals, like I said, could be next. We leave that for you. Next, we're going to go on to step 3. We'll do 3 and 4. We'll just fold it so where you can see 2 steps at a time. So the first thing the chassis is going to require, we are going to get it apart, and we're going to start putting all the guide wheels on first. With the guide wheels, you do want to lube them a little bit, unless you put bearings in it. Bearings do make the car run much smoother around the track. It does help. So to start it, what I'm going to do instead, I'm actually going to grease all of the guide wheels right now, so it eliminates time and makes it easier for us. Just a little dot in each one is all you need. And don't be afraid if you get a touch of grease on your finger. I use the grease on my finger as pretty much like a magnet to pick up the washers because they're so tiny, they're hard to pick up off the table. You just touch it and it's right in your hand. Get all these done. The wind is whipping a little bit today. It just started to pick up. So now we're going to get the screwdriver, a guide wheel, and then a washer. I have no grease on my finger. I got a little bit. And you're going to be mindful of the hole you're using, because depending on the size guide wheel you're using, it's going to depend on the location of what hole. This is the smallest guide wheel, so it's going to go to the outermost edge. Just find a way to hold it snug, line it up straight, and then screw it right in. Go into your tight, and then do a touch back out, and smooth it up. Small little screws. Make sure after you get a couple threads started that the screw is straight. You don't want to put it in cockeyed, because if the guide wheel isn't level with the car, it could technically pitch it up or down around turns. So if this wheel is facing down, it'll drive the car down. If it's facing up, it'll drive it up, which sometimes could be a good thing. It could be a little tuning trick. When you're getting turns, if your car's flying off around a turn, if you use the proper wheel, especially the wheels that have rubber on them, because you can get aluminum wheels. My grease is running off. So if you've watched past videos, you'll see a guy with tattoo arms building it. It's usually my friend Eric, our race master. He runs all the events at Hobbytown and Tom's River. And you can find everything on our Facebook page for our events, Hobbytown, Tom's River, New Jersey, where we do the events. We are on YouTube, of course, Hobbytown, Tom's River. We will live stream some race events. We just started it, so the channel is growing with the live watchers. Although we've had it going for a couple years, but never really cared to do the YouTube thing. But here we are. Now we're doing it. Okay, so now it's like we got all this. We are going to get the drive gears, well, the drive gear. So it asks for this. We have to put a bearing in it, or a bushing. There it is, push it in level. Now it locked in. I'm going to put a little grease in it. You're going to put the shaft through it. Now that it's got grease on it, we are going to grease the outer gear just a little bit. It'll spread around on its own. That's all you need to do. Just touch it. You don't worry going around the whole thing, because it will work its way around it. We have the back of the car. And of course, I'm just waiting for the wind to die down. And we're going to drop the gear. Okay, we have to turn the chassis over to put the gear in. And it's going to line into this hole. And then drop into place, which is not always the easiest, but when you have big fingers, it's a little harder. Smaller fingers gets it done easier. I'm going to try to use my screwdriver to help line it up. Come on. There it goes. And now it's in there. Then we're going to put the cover on it. We're going to snap it right into place. Hook it down, goes over, and snap. And that's your main gear. Now we're going to turn the car back over, and we're going to put in the yellow gear into the back of the car, which is going to slide down right here. And don't forget, we have the grease on the other gear already, so we don't need to grease that. And then we're going to do the pink gear right into the inside right here. And we'll run the shaft through it when we're ready. Then we're going to put the other pink gear right up in the front, drop it in that spot. Then we're going to have to put the bushings all around. I should have did this beforehand. It would have been a little bit easier. But there's really no mess ups in here. As you can tell, it's a quick build. So if you screw up, just pull it out and put it on and redo it. Don't be afraid to redo something. In. Okay, they're all in. Pink, she's got it. Guide wheels are down with the washers. And we're going to grease this before we put it together. I just want to wait to get the shaft in before I grease it. Oh, then I got to put the drive shaft in. That's going to go right down here. There you go. It all sets in. Actually, I'll do a little dab of grease right now. Okay. Next, we have to do the wheels and tires. All the wheels get mounted on. Very easy, just press them on. Then we're going to take an axle, put in a tire, put a little press, axle. See if there's a difference between front and rear. They're all the same. Nope. Okay, they are different. So as you tell, you got the two short ones. Then we go to the one of the longer one for the front and for the rear. So as much as the tires are the same dimension, the actual wheel is different. You're going to notice that we're going to get in our next step. We are going to put the wheels on. So the front has the long shaft to it, and that's going to go into the front, I'm sorry, into the rear area. This is the rear. Put a little grease onto it. Slide her through. Actually, I'll slide her this way. Easier to catch those. Match it up. When you squeeze it, we're going to squeeze them together to where there's a touch wiggle. It spins nice and easy, nice and free. Grease the other shaft. Pierce the pink in there. The tire in. Same thing, we're going to squeeze it together. Okay, nice and smooth. Then we're on to step 6. On step 6, we're going to do the battery contacts. Get this piece out. Use the battery terminal. This is going to pitch in, I think, just like this. Nope, that's not it. Click in. Don't push on the copper because that's the pressure for the battery. We don't want to lose that. So it does snap into place. And then we're going to take the other contact, go into here, and snap the same thing. You'll see it snap right there. Oh, didn't go in. We want to. Okay, we'll set that down. It snapped. We're going to get the white bell motor, single shaft motor. Now I need the gear. Hope the gear didn't blow off in the wind. Okay, pinion gear. Had to take a break. Couldn't find the pinion gear. The wind blew it off, of course. I press it down. That way it touches the edge and then it's perfect. And we're going to go into the contact and set it in. As you can tell, these two metal contacts are going to go up inside here and pop it up and in, and it just clicks. And there you go. That's all set. And once the motor's set, we're going to pop it into the car. And you're going to notice the contacts are going to go towards the batteries. It's telling you to pitch it down towards the blue gear right there, the counter gear. And it sets right there. Then we're going to get the guide plate. And that goes towards the back, but it's going to go up to the front. We're going to put these two tabs in. So if you do like these videos, there's another thing you can search on YouTube. Just search into Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive, and you'll see my ugly mug on there in a cap of the video showing you a big long video done by Ars Technica. It was done about 5 years ago. When I got my track, we brought it to New York City, and then we built a pretty big track, and then they came to the store and started filming some races. They were interviewing some of the racers at the store. It was fascinating. You should watch the video. It's very, very enjoyable. Now again, we have to put the contact. This is the cross battery contact that goes through, and we get it to set in here. Just got to pop it in around, and it guides right in, and that's that. Next thing we're going to set in, we're going to set the power switch. The power switch goes down into it. This guides into the chassis, and it has a trigger on it. So this way, when it slides back and forth, it'll turn it on and off. Okay, you set it in, and it goes right onto here. Just gotta remember how I put it in. I'm gonna say it guides just like that. You set it up on there. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but you get it on. And then we're going to take the switch guide, and it angles in. I want to say it goes in sideways first. Covers the gears. Pretty sure it does scoop under. There it goes. It scoops under, and then you get it on there and you snap it. So you see how I had to scoop it under right there? This way you could push the contact forward to touch the battery and turn it on and off. And then we snap that. Next, install the back rail, which is going to take 2 screws. I did notice that we forgot to put on 2 of the bottom guy rails, which I'll put them on in a second. I don't know how I missed it, but they go in the back. And I'm noticing something I did wrong as well with the guy wheels. I wasn't paying attention to up or down, so technically I should read the directions every now and then. I don't build this one particularly that often, so I just completely forgot. I mean, luckily, because I'm noticing I had 2 extra guide wheels left, I'm looking on the picture on there and noticing that the back of the car has 2 guide wheels. So, which means I have the uppers, but I don't have the lowers in. Easy fix. But then when I also noticed it, I have the front ones upside down. The front ones should be on the bottom, not on the top of the car. But like I said, easy fix, not a problem. Take these. Make sure I'm still in the washer. Little screws sometimes are hard to work with. And then, since we messed up on these wheels, we got to take them out and put them on the top side. Doesn't really matter too much for the box stock, but when you start getting fast with the car and you change wheels, you're going to want them up high to drive the car down. But if you've seen the upgrades for these cars, the way they have dual wheels up in front, they have weights that will jump up and down as the car goes up and down hills. They get pretty extensive. So if you do want to teach your child or even yourself something, great hobby to get into. At the bottom, this is the top of the car. I thought I saw a little nub there, but it don't. Let's switch these around. We got it on. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put the batteries in the car. See how she works. Notice positive. Goes forward on this one. Come on. And then negative on this one right there. But she's not turning on. Let's see if I have that contact right. Ooh. See how the contact bent down when I put the battery in? That would be a bit epic fail. Get the whole thing bent right in. Okay, there. Now she should be all set. So we'll take the back of it, push it in there, and now there she is, nice and smooth. And you can tell by the sound, she's clean. You're going to put the battery cover on it. To get it off, you squeeze these two little sides right here and pop it off. That's how you change your batteries. And she's on. Then we're going to set the body on. Front clips into the on there, and then the battery hold down right in the back. I will not be able to test this car today. I do not have a track here. I will do a follow-up video, probably a short, showing the car going around the track. Do it with some cool video, makes it kind of neat. People like to see them and show their friends. If you want to see the build, you come to these videos and turn it on. She'll move. And there is your Flame Astute Aero chassis. Thank you for watching.
Got it.